Hey guys, this is Comic and today I'm doing a review for Steve Rogers' Captain America issue 1. And before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic episode 148, and that's the show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. So if you want to go check out that, that'll be annotated. And also, the exclusive comics for that show is in the description below. But let's start talking about this really controversial comic this week, and that is Steve Rogers' Captain America issue 1. Now, disclaimer, I'm not a huge Captain America fan. If you follow my channel, you probably know that by now. And I just picked this up because honestly Standoff got me interested to pick this up. I was interested to see the Kazar character, and it just had some interesting cliffhangers, and they said, hey, if you want to follow more, read Captain America. Also, I'm a Nick Spencer fan, so I'm like, you know what, I'll give this first issue a try. I'm glad I'm reviewing it because, like I said, it's a very controversial book that I'm glad I'm covering. But yeah, let's start talking about the cover. Really like the cover. We have all our main Captain America players. I actually really like the new Captain America shield and really like the art style for the cover and also the interior. The interior has some beautiful artwork. Really like the detail. I like that the past is a little bit darker with these blacks, but you do have these bright colors also, like the reds in here. So I thought that was very cool and attention to detail. But yeah, overall, really like the art style. And that's something that hooked me for the rest of the story. But let's see what's going on with the story. So, with this issue, we do have, again, the present and the past. The present, Captain America just used to being Captain America now. Because he hasn't been in the role for a little, or Steve Rogers used to being Captain America. Because he hasn't been in the role for a while, because he was old man Steve Rogers for a time. And now, he's Cap again. And, you have, Shannon Carter, who is, she's, aging a bit, and it's interesting to see their relationship. And then you also see the past of Steve and his mother, and that the mother joins Hydra for some reason. And in the end of the issue, the big controversy is that Cap kills, one of his proteges, one of the newer proteges, and it looks like that Cap is working for Hydra. So that was the end of the issue. That was a big controversy. So let's start talking about the controversy first. Now, I know people are really upset. Now, again, I'm not a huge Captain America fan, so I didn't have the, oh my god, that just happened moment. Because, I just don't have as much emotion attached to the character. But as just a comic book fan, I totally see why people are upset about this. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story. Now, I've been following Nick Spencer's writing for a very long time, since the beginning of Morning Glories. So I've been reading his stuff for a while. And I've been following his Ant-Man run for a while. And one of my actual, favorite characters is in that book, Cassie Lang. And I went through a roller coaster with her character just until now where I'm like, oh, this is what Nick Spencer's doing. And that's what Nick Spencer does. You realize that he knows these characters, so don't worry, he knows who Captain America is. But he likes playing these tricks on us, and that's okay, I think. Why? I think it's great that we're having this new, fresh story if Nick Spencer keeps this in character and makes sense in the end why he's doing this. And I trust Nick Spencer as a writer to say, yes, I know what the character is. I'm not totally changing his personality. I'm just doing an interesting story that you'll find out in the end game why it's interesting and why it's still a good, or hopefully a good Cap story. So that's in my mind frame why I'm not really worried about this ending. I think in the long run, you'll understand it. It's just a twist for a first issue. And for me, I gave this a higher rating because of it. Because I really don't, care for Captain America. But because of that cliffhanger, I want to pick up issue 2. I want to see where this goes. So I like that we kind of had this headline for the end and shakes things up. I'm glad it wasn't just a boring ending. I really liked the past stuff. I really enjoyed the flashbacks. I thought that was a really interesting story. The present, in the beginning, I'm like, oh, this is, regular Cap espionage stuff I didn't care about as much, but then you got to that ending, you're like, whoa, what's going on here? So, Steve Rogers' Captain America issue 1, I know it's getting people upset, but like I said, wait a couple of issues, I'm sure there's an end game for this, and I gave it 3.5 stars. Now, did it blow my mind? No, because, again, I'm not a huge Cap fan. But it did get me interested enough to see this through and read issue 2. So let's see what happens with it. But let me know in the comments below, were you torn by the controversy, or are you kind of on my side where you're like, I trust a writer to give us a good story, and you're glad that they're shaking up this iconic character? So let me know in the comments below. This is Comic You Know. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later.